I'm just going to focus a little bit on the wine tonight. I think wine is, in some cases, an aphrodisiac. It's something that is foreign to people who have not ever had the advantage of drinking it, consuming it, being able to stand it. It's something that you have to have an acquired taste for. I'm talking to somebody tonight who finds himself not really drunk to where you can drown your problems, but you're not sober where you can see that you may be overthinking some of the things that are in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to anybody who finds himself in a confusing space. I don't know if they are all into me, or I don't know if I'm just too drunk over them. I'm talking to somebody tonight who I've come this far, but I'm not sure how far I've come, because every time I look around, people that I used to know look like snakes to me, but they are my friends turned enemies. I'm talking to somebody who finds themselves in a I am between stage. I'm not sober, I'm not drunk, but I am about to be passed over because people connected that the job that's in front of, that everything that stands around me is calling for the intoxicated me, but I keep delivering the tipsy me. You have to be consciously aware of the attack of the enemy in this season. Know that the devil has no preference. He has no real reference, nor does he have a prerequisite of why he chose you. But the sign that you are a believer under attack is that when you are given drink, but you don't retaliate back. You don't clap back. You don't snap back at them because of how they did you. You have to know that he shows up at a wedding. Jesus does. And he shows up because he's called there, but he was invited there. You have to know people call you to some places and give you invites that you should not attend. It's not that they like you, it's that they want to use you. There are some parties you ought to sit out. There are some events you don't need to go to. There are some occasions that you need to say, it's my time to stay at home and maybe sip tipsy off a little wine in my own privacy. He says that it's only because my mother is involved that I go. You ever been in that place where you only do something because somebody else wanted to do it? Where the only reason you showed up is I ain't really even here to be friendly or to make like pretend that we family. It's not that I'm obligated to you or I feel like I owe you. It's that I'm only here for them. I only showed up so that they wouldn't have to sit by themselves while they talk about folk like you. I'm trying to find out on tonight, when do you meet your exertion? Well, God, I done had enough of pretending, enough of laughing at jokes that's not funny. I've had enough of trying to please folk I know hate me, don't want to like me. They can't wait for me to even arrive and fail. The determination that people around you can't really see you is that when they get around you, they act like they're tipsy. They act like they don't remember your successes, but they remember every single failure. That they remember selectively, like they've had some Cavassier or like they are completely gone off of it. They can't recall where you helped them, but they know every dollar that they gave to you that they owed you, but forgot that and saying that you owe them. I'm talking to somebody tonight that you are not influenced, but you are intoxicated by the people connected to you, acting tipsy when they are around you. He says, I'm showing up at the wedding, and the mother says, the wine has run out. Says, they have no wine. I think the crazy thing, but the significant thing here is that Jesus tells her, it's not my time. And I need you to know that many emergencies cannot push you to urgency if it is not in the place where they could do the same for you. I know it speaks to being selfish, but honestly, I gotta tell you, it's selfless for you to think of everybody else and then forfeit you. But how can you use the verse to love everybody else if you have not taken the time to be selfish in some selflessness to them, and that you can focus on you? How is it they are overextended at extending you, but they won't even lift a finger to help you? They won't even answer a phone call from you or send a text back about you. Is that they'd rather sit and gossip on you than to come through and see about you. He says, I needed to find out if they had it. And she says, it's gone. You got to know their season of disappointing you is about to run out. It is that they were high on the wine, and that's fine. You allow people to have their season, to have their turn, to have their ball until it all falls off. That you have to know you're connected to something that's more than substance in this season. Connected to something that is never found depleting. She says, they have no wine. It does not speak to if she has wine. And Jesus says, it's not my time. You got to know that fast wealth, rushed riches, is that pyramid schemes and things that they want to suggest to you are going to be the fall of them. But if you stay a clear mind to seeking God and making sure that you're on a call and assignment, that you are pure in heart, following the ways of the Lord, you're going to turn down a lot of the wine. But when it comes time, when everybody else has been depleted, you will be able to say like him, I know they don't have any, but it's not my time. I have not been depleted in it. I've not found dry in it, and I am not running out of it anytime soon. It's not my time. That if everybody who is in the drought, it's not my time. I know that we speak good over ourselves, but when do we start rebuking bad for ourselves? It's not my time to die. It's not my time to get cancer. It's not my time to be left in it, to be doubted to it, to be in the drought of it. It's not my time. It's not my time to be denied and turned down. It's not my time that I end up being beat to it, that folk don't want to speak to me. It's not my time where everybody connected to me, hating on me, don't like me, don't want to be around me. But I believe that this is the governor's children. I believe it is his children because he's at the party. But nobody could fix the situation but Jesus. You got to know that when the aid in the street runs out, when church would close you out, when friends shut you out, when you can't find anybody on the phone line to help pray you out, you got to be able to seek God out and know that wherever you are, that he'll meet you right there. If it's in a club, he'll be in the club with you. If it's at home while you not alone, you crowded by everything that is noise around you, know he'll come into a noisy room and make it peaceful just for you. I know that he'll show up in a school where you're terrified and be the peace for you. I know he'll show up in the job that is complicated and then make it easy for you. I know God to be everything that is showing up on the scene. Now, last point, I wasn't even going to go here, but the Bible says that he says to get the water, right? Get the water pots, and I need you to bear it, right? I'm going to put water in it, but I need you to bear it. I'm going to fill it up, but I need you to bear it. That they are stone water pots. They're not plastic. It's not the stuff you see outside your door. It's not something that you can get from Lowe's. These were made from stone. The kind of stone that is the cornerstone that Jesus refers to himself as. The kind of stone that is the stone that they put in front of the tomb that Jesus was laying in. The kind of stone that was the pass along that he said people would deny him, but God would not cast his foot to hit the corner of the stone. Is that kind of stone that they carved the pots out of, that he tells them bear the weight of it. And then he starts filling it. But they can't drop it. And Jesus says, bear it. And what's the last thing that you read? It says, they bore it. I know I went overtime on tonight. I'm almost done. I feel a pull in a room on tonight for somebody that's bearing it. I know sometimes it feels like you about to fall under the weight of it. Seems like you can't get nobody to support you in it, affirm you. Feel like people have given up on you just because of what you're called to do. And you have to bear it. You're bearing something that is the weight of everybody else's problems, and they're sleeping well at night. You up stressed about stuff that ain't nobody else thinking about, but it's on you. You're bearing it. I'm talking to somebody who is burdened by everything that's health issues, that I'm stressed about if the connection is real. I'm stressed about if the mama gonna get healed. I'm stressed about if the daddy gonna come home. I'm stressed about if the school is gonna pass us on. I'm stressed about if the case is gonna be going in our favor. I'm stressed about are we gonna be able to pay the rent next month. I'm stressed about it, and you're bearing it. You're bearing it on you. And I know it's heavy. I can't make light of that. I know you're weighted to it. I can't make light of that. You have to know that everything that is your burden, while you are looking at it, is hollow. Yeah. I know it's heavy, but it's empty. I know it looks like it's a lot of weight, but it's carved out. There's nothing on the inside of it. It's like a hollow crate. I know it looks like it can destroy you, but the weight of it won't kill you. I know that when you put it on you, he requires you to bear it, but he'll never put more on you. I don't know no Bible, but that no Bible, that he has not provided for you a way out of, a way to bear it, a way to get through it, a way not to die to it, but to be affirmed in it, that he who called you is more than faithful, more than able to supply for you the water to bear it. When you are in a weighted place, know that the weight on you is only the water that he added to you. Right. But what happens when water gets under pressure is that it transforms, transcends, it then changes everything that is the body of it to the evaporating of it. I can't hear you today. He had to put water in the pot, because when it gets too bad, when it gets too hard, all he has to do is turn. All he has to do is speak to the heat of it, and then it evaporates. You have to know all of your problems in his hands will evaporate. Can't hear nobody that know a little science, a little biology, a little chemistry in the room on today, that God is more than able to not only walk on the water, not only part the water, but he'll make everything that is the weight of the water evaporate from the shoulders of you. And then it says that they bore it. I know you look like you broke, but you bearing it. I know they don't believe that you will get the degree to it, but you bearing it. I know they said you wouldn't get married, but you got a date for it. I know that they said you couldn't have it, but you driving it. I know they said your credit wasn't good, but you about to unlock the door for it. I'm talking to somebody who's been absolutely put to death in it. And God says that everything that they said would crush you. I've come on tonight to affirm for anybody that this is the last night that they doubt you. Like this is the last night they play you. Like this is the last night that they come around you trying to get drunk off of what is the supply that you have connected to you, that they may pretend to be tempted, but know that all the time that everything that is in you has defined for you, that you can bear it. You can bear the weight of it. I know it. No, it's heavy, but you got this. Talking to nobody, can nobody hear me? I just talked to myself for a minute. Jeremiah, you can bear it. It don't matter what they say, you can bear it. And I know that you can bear it because he said they bore it. Not present tense, not future perfect. Past, I bore everything that they said would wear me. I bore it. And that God did not birth you to bring you. God did not send himself to save you. He did not design in destiny to deliver you, for you to come here and die under the weight of I tried, under the weight of it was heavy on you. Not under the weight of a stone, but I know that somewhere in Canaan, Jesus shows up because something in your life was gone, missing, or about to walk out. And he says, have no fear. It wasn't even my time, but I'm here. Get everything that's heavy for you. Feel the weight on you. And then watch God lift you and give you victory to say that you bore it.